I think the majority of you would know that Spain is known for being a Catholic country. Um, and so that's the main religion that you see. Most people are Catholic, but um, in my time there, um, I came to find out that they're Catholic, but they don't practice the religion. The older generation, the grandparents, are the ones that attend their mass meetings, and actually go to church, whereas the parents, so between 30 to 50, I guess you could say, are ones that were baptized just because their parents told them, just they baptize them when they're babies, and so they get baptized right away. And their faith has kind of diminished and isn't existing. And then the younger generation, kids our age and in college age, are mostly becoming um, atheist, non-believing at all. And so it was definitely an interesting experience, but it was also a good experience to be able to see those parents that had diminishing faith to help them regain that faith that they maybe once knew as a child. Um, and I think that's the hardest thing for them, is that the religion during the time, um, the king made um, Catholicism had to be done. You had to go to church, you had to be Catholic. And so I think lots of them grew up having to do it rather than knowing for themselves, coming to gain their own testimonies. And so when you talk about religion, when you talk about Jesus Christ or Heavenly Father, they immediately think back to their childhood of, oh, I didn't like it. I was forced to go into it. I was forced to do these things. And so lots of them have bad thoughts about religion when you bring it up. But if they're willing to take their time to listen to you, they come to realize that the Church of Jesus Christ is different from the Catholic Church, and how it functions and how the people are treated in the spirit that you feel is very different. Um, but they're all loving people. The Spaniards, they're funny people. The cool thing about Spain is that it's kind of, you get to serve the whole world mission, because there's so many immigrants from all countries of Africa, China, India, the Middle Eastern countries, all countries of South America. And so you get to experience a little bit of everything there, which is really cool experience to be able to get to know other ideas, other religions as well, apart from the Spanish people. But it's really fun. And so over in Spain, depending on where you come from, I come from Utah. And so the area, Utah's open houses, you have to have a car, to go anywhere. There, everyone is outside 24/7 because it's all just tall apartment buildings, and no one likes to be kind of trapped in their little apartment building. And so they have little parks everywhere. Families are always taking walks. Um, Everything is outside. And so you spend a lot of time in the streets. You're talking to people all the time as you walk from visit to visit or to church, wherever you're going. You're walking, you're taking a bus, or you're taking a subway, an underground subway. Those are all instances where you're talking to people. And so don't be afraid to open your mouth. Um, it can be scary seeing that you're speaking another language, but just do it. Just open your mouth. People are surprised when you do open your mouth and see that you can speak somewhat Spanish. And it's interesting because the experienced missionaries who think they're really good at Spanish and just go off and start speaking, the people are kind of like, yeah, uh-huh. But when they see a young new missionary go in and try and speak Spanish to them, speak in their own native tongue and explain to them the gospel, they put extra attention into it, and you can see it in their face and in their eyes that they're really trying to listen and catch the words that you're explaining to them. So just don't be afraid to open your mouth. Talk to everyone that you see. Um, and they'll listen to you. You'll come to love the people, and they'll come to love you. Okay, I served from August 2014 to July 2016, and I started in Valencia in the very south of our mission, then up to Bilbao in the very north, then down into Barcelona area in Barcelona, in Hospitalet, and then back up to the north in Vitoria. And then I had the lucky chance to fly out to the islands that were in our mission in the island of Ibiza. Yeah, so there's 3 islands that are off the coast of Barcelona, Palma, Menorca, and Ibiza. Ibiza is kind of known for a party island all around the world, but we had success there. We worked hard and saw miracles.